Hey my loves, it's been a second. We're back though, bigger and better than ever. Praying that I at least get a 20-minute video out of this. My intention for this video is to attract people who need to hear exactly what it's like picking up on this energy. First of all, it's a Monday, right? And happy Monday. But I really want to set the intention, like if you found this video, if you're intrigued by this video, it's probably because you're searching for an answer that is inside of this, that it's like, you know, when you just hear someone talk about their story, you hear someone talk about something, or you just hear someone say something and something in your brain that you've been struggling with clicks, like something just makes sense. That's what I want this video to be for you. So whatever it is, whatever's on your mind, sit with it and then just listen to what I have to say. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, per usual. But like I said, I really want to just hopefully get a 20-minute video out because my storage has been weird, setting the intention that I do this and I can do it and it'll be fine. So let's just get into it. Happy Monday. I don't know if y'all felt the energy shift. I definitely did and I've experienced it just with the deck. Leap again. You quite literally have successfully stepped into the timeline of letting go of opinions of other people, but not because you feel as though this is something that you're not letting go of the opinions of people because you've had enough, because you're fed up, because it's something about like letting go of the approval of other people because you've approved yourself, you've appointed yourself. You're recognizing that God has appointed you to do whatever it is that you are sought out, that you are seeking out to do, right? Like, I think for a long time, whatever it is that you were working on, it feels like you were constantly seeking approval from other people subconsciously. Like, if you were pursuing content or social media or making music, or you're being an artist, or whatever craft that you were working on, your creativity is something that was scrutinized a lot in your childhood. And so you carried that into your present self, into adulthood. Like, you carried this fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of vulnerability, fear of authenticity. You carried this own fear of your own authenticity into this present moment from childhood wounds, and you've actually stepped out of the fear of yourself because you realize that God, 234 on my clock, God has appointed you specifically to do what it is that you know you're meant to do. Like, I came to a lot of realizations, and not sorry either. Stop apologizing for no reason. That's another thing too. I've just come to the realization that there is literally nothing that I can't do unless if I don't set my mind to something, if I don't truly believe that I'm the one who is capable of getting everything that I see in my head done, it's not going to get done. Not because, that's like really cliche. That's really duh. You know, if you're not going to be the one to put your goals in action to get the ball moving, who is? Because no one's coming to save you, right? And I just keep hearing appointed. Like, you know now, 1, 2, 3 on my clock, that you have been appointed for this position. And for a long time, you felt like you were underqualified for something. 329 on my clock. It's like you felt like you were underqualified for what it is that you were pursuing, but whole time you were overqualified, and your fear of your own authenticity was keeping you stuck in the loop of thinking that you were underqualified for something that you were born to do. You're a natural at whatever it is that you're pursuing. And I just have to tell you that you're a natural. You're a natural. You giving yourself grace for being the beginner. You giving yourself grace for really truly honoring yourself, right? And you see how the light kind of went behind the clouds, because it's just you now, right? It's just you. The light, you're like, that's so perfect, because I got this download today about balancing your darkness and lightness. You've been able to truly balance yourself. You've been able to balance your emotions. Coming from this old timeline, it's like this energy of this old timeline, whatever you're picking up on, the energy of the old timeline that you purged out was heavy, dude. It was heavy. It was heavy. It was heavy. It was a lot of dark, deep emotion. A lot of Scorpio, Cancer, Aries, Taurus energy. A lot of just strong, powerful energy. And I talked a lot about this in some readings earlier in the week about ruminating on thoughts and ruminating on the past. 444 on my clock, because I said that. And even if you are someone who ruminates on your thoughts and you ruminate on the past, you're going to get to a point on your journey where you stop doing that because you realize that you can't fix anything that's already happened. You can't change anything that's already happened. A form, like when you ruminate on things, it's because you're trying to soothe yourself from the truth. You're trying to save yourself from what actually is, from actually feeling those feelings of shame, of hurt, of rejection. That's why you replay. You could be replaying thoughts of the past. You could be replaying feelings of the past with your body, right? Not even with your body, but with your mind. You could be just replaying conversations. And I talked a lot about moving on from this timeline without the closure that you want. Moving on from this timeline without the acceptance that you wanted, right? Because this person, this place, this timeline that I'm thinking of, that I'm talking about, was nothing but self-rejection. It was filled with nothing but unworthiness and a lack of self-esteem. And that's why you had to be in this timeline of dark, gruely emotions in order to transcend it, to get to where you're at right now, to become that version of self that you are right now, to realize that you are the one that has been appointed for this thing that it is that you're pursuing. Because if you didn't realize it, like, I think the thing about you is everyone already knew except you. Like, people could look at you, and I've had people tell me my whole life, like, oh, you look like you're made for more. You carry an energy like you're made for more. You're just made for whatever it is. You're made for more than what you've been surrounded by. You're made for more than what has been presented to you. You're made for more than the rooms that you've been in. And you're just now realizing that, like, wait, yeah, I might actually be worthy of the vision of myself that I can see in my head. That's what it is. You're finally, the ambition that is in your head, the ambition that's in your soul is now matching up to who you are in real life. And you could have felt like a resistance between your ambition when you speak your ambitions out loud. You know, for me, I've always said, like, you know, I'm the biggest. I want to be the biggest and the best at whatever I do. And for a long time, when I would say that, I would feel resistance in my body because myself, who I was embodying right now, was not this version of self that I was imagining in my head. 7-11 on my clock too. You can't claim you're the biggest but then act small in real life. And I was acting small in real life, which is why I was feeling resistance to the affirmations that I was speaking over my life. You could be feeling resistance. You could be trying new affirmations at this time. You could be incorporating new forms, new manifestation techniques into your life. Robotic affirmation could be significant. But even if you are someone who is incorporating the affirmations and new techniques, remember to make them as natural as possible, because they're not going to stick in your subconscious mind unless what you're saying to yourself sounds natural to you, right? So try not to use anyone else's affirmations. Try not to use anyone else's techniques. Come up with your own, right? Because spirituality is a journey in itself. Everyone is here to go down their own journey and experience their own techniques and just transcend energy in their own way. Do whatever works for you. Stop listening to other people who tell you this is one way to do something that is infinite, right? And spirituality is infinite. So, and you are also infinite. So don't define yourself. Don't try and niche yourself into something to fit in, and don't try and make yourself small. Don't try and dim your own personal power at this time in order to feel as though you're doing something right. Only you can know what is right for you, because only you can know that feeling that you get with when you're doing something right. You know, when you just have that intuitive nudge where it's like, yeah, this makes sense. That light bulb moment, yeah, only you know what that feels like to you. So if you're doing techniques, if you're doing things in life right now at this time that aren't feeling like that aren't feeling like flow, that aren't feeling like ease, it's not for you. Because what's for you will always come with clarity and ease. And I feel like this collective that I'm talking to right now, you have experienced nothing but timelines of struggle, which is why you're purging out subconscious addictions to struggle at this time. You're realizing that life can be easy for you. And not only can it be easy for you, it is supposed to be easy for you. As you should. Let's get some cards. Let's get some cards for a second. Because it's Monday. Again, what is not aligned in your life that needs to change? And I'm really feeling like it's this new version of self that no, it's not even that. It's not even, it has nothing to do with you, actually. I think what is not aligned in your life is your thought process in relation to this old timeline that you're in the process of purging out. It's the ruminating. You're still ruminating on thoughts, places, people, and things. You still have people's voices in your head that are suppressing your light. You're still living. It's like people's shadows. I'm seeing a brain, but there's like shadows in the brain. You're still hearing shadows from people who have rejected you. You're still replaying shadows. You're still replaying the shadows. You're still replaying the voices of people who rejected you. You're still replaying the timelines and the circumstances of when people rejected you, as if that defines you. That does not define you. How people treated you does not define you. It is not a reflection of you. It is always only, and it will only ever be, how people treat you is a reflection of how they treat and talk to themselves. So if people, you see how the sun is coming back out? Because that's the clarity moment. That's what's not aligned in your life. That is what it is. And as soon as you stop ruminating on these things, on this timeline, that's when the sun, that's when alignment, that's when your ambition will fully sync up with this new version of self that you've created. And then that's when the ease and flow will start to happen into your life. But you'll forever continue to experience this restriction and this resistance in your life, because your mind is not in accordance with your body and spirit. Like I said in one of the readings earlier, your body is ready to receive, dude. And you know that because you feel that. You could be feeling like right now, you could be saying to yourself, I know something is coming. I feel the change 11:11 on my clock, but I just don't know what's coming. But be curious. Get out of that I don't know energy and step into the curiosity. Step into the curious energy. You could be feeling like, yo, something is coming. I know change is here. I feel it, but I don't know what's coming. I'm curious to see what's about to happen next. Like I told y'all, something magical is happening. We've shifted timelines, something heavily. What did I say? Things are changing at a cellular level. At a cellular level, and that's like I said, your body knows and your body feels this change, dude. Accept it. You have to get out of your mind, get out of your head. You have to put yourself in environments and situations that challenge the thoughts that are in your head, especially the ones that you know are holding you hostage. You hold yourself hostage with your own thoughts. Little do you know. Do you know that? You know that, and I know you know that. Yeah, have fun. You gotta play. You gotta put yourself in environments that allow you to be free. And you gotta, at this time right now, I feel like I gotta tell you, you gotta step out of your comfort zone. 12-12. And when I say step out of your comfort zone, it's not like go do something that you would never do. I'm talking about go do something that you just have been thinking about doing. Go put yourself in an environment that kind of challenges your comfortability level. Because I think there's something about fear that keeps coming up with this collective. Like it's something about fear, releasing and let go of the fear. But in order to release and let go of fear, you have to experience what it is that you're afraid of. And if you're afraid of vulnerability, just came up. So if you're afraid of vulnerability, being open about your emotions, talking, communicating how you feel, being your most authentic self always and unapologetically, you have to practice that. You have to practice being your most authentic self, even if it does feel uncomfortable, because being uncomfortable does not mean that it's bad. And obviously use your discernment. But if you're just uncomfortable, because sometimes it's just uncomfortable because it's new, it's not bad, right? And I know becoming this new version of self is really hard and it was uncomfortable, but it's only because it's new. It's only because you've been repressing and rejecting yourself all the way, like your entire life up until this point. So obviously the moment you decide to love yourself, the moment you decide to actually put your big girl pants on and be like, nah, I'm not tolerating any of the stuff I used to tolerate, it's gonna feel uncomfortable, because you're gonna feel like you're betraying this self that you clung on to for so long. But that version of self was only doing her very best to protect you. It was like survival mode. You were stuck in survival mode. You kept repeating paradigms because you were stuck in survival mode. But that old version of self that you're purging out was only trying to keep you safe. Baby, you are safe now, though. You're safe now. You're so safe now. You made it all the way to this new timeline and you found this video. And what did I say? The leap card even came out again. You got to leap. It is so scary. The leap, the biggest leap of all, is to claim your happiness freely, is to claim this new version of self that you built from scratch freely. You deserve to show her off to the world. There are people who are waiting for you to stop suppressing yourself. There are people who are waiting for you to show up as your most authentic self. There are people who are waiting, who are longing, like Ayana Understood said. She says, there are people who long to be understood by you. So there are people who long to be confused by you. So let them be confused by you. You could be multifaceted, and you're concerned or you're scared to really show all the parts of your soul, because you're like, I don't want people to be confused that, you know, I can sing too, and I can rap, and I can write, and I can actually do this, and I can model, and I can do that, and I could be projecting, but it's like, no, that's me, and that's where I'm at right now on my journey, right? Like, if you're someone who's built an audience, you've built a platform, you don't ever want to confuse them, but it gets to a point on your journey where it's like, who are you doing this for? You or them? Right? Who you or them? Who are you in the game for? We in this to win this. I'm in it to win it. And that's the mindset you have. You're in this to win this. You can't give up. You can't give up right now. Come on now. And I feel like you're at the middle stage, right? You're in the middle stage of your journey where it's like you're nowhere near the beginning, but the road in front of you, it's like you're so far from the beginning. You know you're not at the end, but it's like, I don't really know where I am, but I can't give up. And I feel like for you personally, it would be harder for you to give up than it would be for you to just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You're wilding, talking about give up, talking about, oh, I'm overthinking, I'm this, I'm that. No, you're labeling yourself something. Let yourself be free. Let yourself feel the emotions that your body wants to feel. Purge it out at this time. Purge it out at this time. Something about the gym could be significant. If you're mad, go lift weights right now. If you're angry, go lift weights. Go do something. Go move your body at this time. That's what it is. You need to move your body. Move your body. Get out of bed. Go take a walk. Damn, you see all these cars? Why are they being weird like that? Damn, baby. Damn, baby. I thought you would have, man, on a gram. I just made a song yesterday, complete freestyle. It's actually insane. I can't wait. I'm so excited, y'all. I got so many things are happening. So many things that are happening. So many things that are happening. We pulled the seduction card. Clarify this card. Okay, clarify this. Let's just get some last cards to clarify these. If it's what I think it is. If it's what I think it is, I'm picking up. I feel like I know what it is. Yep. Exactly what I thought it was. Your self-worth is going to be tested. Your self-worth is definitely going to be tested within the next couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of days, whenever it is. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But this new timeline that you're stepping in, you're going to be tempted on a whole new level, because you're aware of who you are and your personal power at this time. And don't be scared, right? This is something like, I'm smiling. I'm so excited for you, because now you can really get to test your power. Now you can really get to see how much, like, yo, am I really who I think I am? Yeah, you are. Like I said, the seduction card came out first. There could be people coming back, right? A date. You could be meeting new people at this time. You could be experiencing people who are coming back. The love card came out, expressing love. Someone expressing a message of love, thinking about you and letting you know, I like you. Someone likes you. But like I said, I feel like just don't take it personal. Don't take it too serious at this time, because you're that girl. Of course, people are going to come and want your attention. Of course, people are going to try and see if they still have access to you. And remember, someone who you let go, who wasn't treating you right, who wasn't treating you how you were supposed to be treated, if they feel as though they can still reach out to you, it's because they think they still have access to you. Show them how little access they really have to you, right? Because your self-worth, whatever timeline I'm talking about, whatever timeline you're thinking about, whoever you thought about, whatever person, situation, whatever you're thinking about, that's what I'm talking about. But this situation, this timeline that you purged out, you really had to rebuild your self-worth. Not only rebuild, I feel like you never had a sense of self-worth or self-esteem. And this specific relationship, this specific dynamic, this specific timeline really challenged you to step into this self-worth. So if it does, this timeline, if you know, little energy vampires from that old timeline try and come back, just stand your ground. Really stand your ground. You're that girl. You're that girl. Remember, it's only a reflection of old self. It's not a reflection of the self that you've built. It's not a reflection. And I keep saying built, because like literally you built this new version of self. You built her from the ground up, from scratch, as you should. As you literally should have. But yeah, girl, I mean, everything I'm telling you, you know, because I'm talking to the self-aware part of, like, I'm just talking to people who are self-aware. That's who I'm talking to right now. I'm gonna pull 911 on my clock too. I'm gonna pull your themes for the week from this deck, and then we're gonna call it a day. And I love you, and I love talking to y'all, especially on YouTube. I love y'all. I love my MONEYBAGZ collective. Change, come on. Don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need to do is take that one action. You can say to love, just show me the first step and change me into the one who can take it, right? It's not about being a perfectionist. You have to let go of perfectionism. You have to let go of rumination. You have to let go of this old timeline that is stuck in your head. And you have to embrace this new change that you so desperately have been craving. You want this new change. You really do, because your body is ready for it. But you have to get out of your mind. You have to get out of your mind. Place yourself in environments where you can fully step into this change. Put yourself in environments, start immersing yourself in new activities that take your mind off of this timeline that you're ruminating on. Empowerment, right? Like when you ask the divine to take over, you get pulled into your authentic power. It's always a force of inner love that wants your wholeness and magnificence. What did I say? Like your inner power, 222 on my clock. You're stepping into a timeline of empowerment, because you're realizing that the people who are coming back, you're not even that, you're realizing your self-worth. So when people come back, it's like, you're not going to fall victim to this temptation. You're not going to fall victim to this illusion anymore. You're not falling victim to illusions anymore, because you found self-worth. You're not falling victims to it. You're just this empowerment. Like you're on a whole new level. Like I'm on a whole new level. You are on a whole new level. You stepped into a whole new timeline of self-empowerment, of self-worth. And it's kind of like you just hijacked it all of a sudden. You just woke up one day and you're like, you know what? I might actually really be that girl. Let me pop it. Let me walk around like I am that. Let me embody her. Let me embody her. And that's what we're working on. That's what we're focused on. Embodiment, empowerment.